Cultivation of mind should be the ultimate aim of human existence, said Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. Good morning, everyone. I welcome all of you to the webinar on insights on career in engineering, scope of robotics, and facilities at Coorg Institute of Technology in association with Just Robotics Bengaluru and CIT Alumni Association. This session is especially aimed for second PUC science students to choose right career at the right time. I now request all the participants to sit back and have a glimpse of our institution.
Coorg Institute of Technology CIT, located in the picturesque and serene environment of Ponampet, Kodagu, was established in 1999 by a group of visionaries under the aegis of Kodava Education Society, a registered charitable society. Coorg Institute of Technology is approved by AICT New Delhi and affiliated to VTU Belagavi. CIT illuminates more gloriously in the holistic landscape of Coorg spread across a sprawling 34-acre campus. Our alumni have carved a niche for themselves in the chosen disciplines. The objective of CIT is to provide quality technical education at an affordable cost for students to take up new avenues across the globe. We offer 4 engineering disciplines: computer science and engineering, electronics and communication engineering, mechanical engineering, civil engineering. Special features: state-of-the-art infrastructure, Infosys Foundation Innovation Center, Robotics Lab, CIT IST Chapter, scholarship and fee concession to the meritorious national and sports achievers, financial help to flood-affected students, highly qualified and dedicated faculty, training and placement for all, Wi-Fi-enabled campus, hostel for boys and girls, 130 kilowatt Tata Solar Power Plant, exclusive indoor and outdoor sports, secured many VTU ranks, library with digital and e-learning facilities, ATM, post office, cafeteria, stationery and 24/7 security, transportation to main parts of Coorg. Join us to be one among the technocrats of tomorrow.
That was indeed a kaleidoscopic view of our institution. I now request Dr. Kavita PC, webinar coordinator, to welcome everyone.
Good morning. It's my privilege to welcome you all to this webinar. I cordially welcome Shri C.P. Bellyappa, Honorable President, Kodava Education Society. A warm welcome to you, sir. A warm welcome to Shri Rakesh Puvaya, Secretary, and all the directors of Kodava Education Society. I cordially welcome our beloved Principal, Dr. M. Baswaraj. I extend my warm welcome to all the heads of the departments, Dr. Divakar SS, Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering, Professor Timaya AG, Department of Mechanical Engineering.
Thank you, ma'am.
Professor Muttappa KA, Department of Computer Science and Engineering. Professor Pramukh Ganapati, Department of Civil Engineering.
Thank you, ma'am.
Mr. Muttanna AT, Training and Placement Officer. Mr. Jagdish BB, Admission Officer. My cordial welcome to our proud alumnus, CIT Alumni Association President, Mr. Appaya K. My hearty welcome to Mr. Brijesh, CEO of Just Robotics, and Mr. Pratyush, our proud alumnus working for Just Robotics Bengaluru. I also extend my warm welcome to our alumnus, Mr. Chidambara from Ballari. I extend my cordial and warm welcome to all the participants and their parents. Dear students, we have made an attempt to provide you an insight on scope for engineering education and facilities at Coorg Institute of Technology. I request all the participants to make best use of this platform to choose your career. I wish the participants all the very best for your future endeavors. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. I now humbly request Shri C.P. Bellyappa, President, Kodava Education Society, to present an overview of the college.
Good morning, everyone. A warm welcome to all the participants on this webinar. I would like to, first of all, congratulate the students here who have successfully completed their pre-university. And all of you have decided to pursue a career in engineering and technology. And this can be a very exhilarating and rewarding experience for you. Now you know that there is a rapid advancement in the technology in all the fields of engineering, and you will be a part of this very exciting field. And as you all know, the last 6 months we have had a highly disruptive event all over the world, and that has thrown new challenges for technocrats in the changed environment. By the end of 4 years, after you complete your engineering, you will be ready to reap the benefits of your engineering degree by innovative being involved in innovative products and services. Well, all of you have just watched our institution, the campus, in the video. Coorg Institute of Technology is considered to is known for one of the best environment-friendly campuses in Karnataka. We are also very proud that we have a green campus which runs on 100% solar energy. We have large classrooms, very well-equipped laboratories, and state-of-the-art workshops. Our highly qualified and experienced members of the faculty are there to assist the students at every stage. Our principal, Dr. Basavaraj, lives on the campus, and he gives all the guidance to the students at any point in time. We play a lot of emphasis on placement and training. Students should make use of these additional classes to prepare themselves to face the new challenges and also to face the interviews and improve their communication skills so that they can land themselves with attractive jobs. We also have a very innovative department. It's called the Robotic Laboratory, and as you all know, artificial intelligence and robotics and all these online activities will be more and more. There will be more and more emphasis on these activities because of the pandemic that the world is going through. And in this robotic laboratory, students and faculty members from all the departments of engineering, they get together, they collaborate, and come out with some of the innovative products that they may have in their minds. And this is a very, very exciting department. And Mr. Brijesh is coordinating this department, and you will be shortly hearing from Mr. Brijesh. Coorg Institute of Technology was started 21 years ago, and our alumni are spread all over the world, and they're all doing very well. And they are now, some of them are now the earlier batches. They are in senior positions. Some of our alumni have become successful entrepreneurs, and we also have our alumni who have joined the armed forces, who have joined the civil service, and of course the private sector. So the president of our alumni association, Mr. Appay, also will be addressing you. Now, you all must have heard about Coorg. Kodagu is one of the healthiest places in India. We have a very, very healthy and unpolluted atmosphere here. And it is very important for students to be in a healthy atmosphere, especially in these days of all kind of viruses, the coronavirus and other viruses that are there. And you'll be living in a very healthy atmosphere. And Coorg, as you know, is also has become a very attractive, a very attractive tourist destination. We have a lot of resorts and homestays, and people pay a lot of money to just come to breathe the fresh air. So if you decide to join our institution, you'll be here for 4 years, and you can lead a very, very healthy life. And we have a lot of facilities for outdoor activities, sports and games. We also have indoor facilities where during the rainy season you can play games inside. And all of you should keep yourself, take advantage of all these facilities to be healthy and also take part in all the various other extracurricular activities. Again, on behalf of Coorg Institute of Technology, I invite you all to join our institution and carve out a bright future for yourselves. Wish you all the very best.
Thank you, sir, for your encouraging words. I now request our respected principal, Dr. Baswaraj M., to speak about the scope of engineering and highlights of the institution.
Thank you, madam. Very good morning to all. The Honorable President of Coorg Institute of Technology, Mr. C.P. Belliyappa, the Vice President, Dr. Kariyappa sir, the Secretary, Mr. Rakesh Puaya, and all the directors of the Coorg Institute of Technology, Senior Professor Dr. Kavita Madam, the HODs of all the departments, the TPO, the CEO, Mr. Brijesh of Just Robotics, Bangalore, the CIT Alumni Association President, Mr. Appaya, and the members, and my dear young aspirant students of for admission to engineering stream. Firstly, I, on behalf of the Coorg Institute of Technology, congratulate all the PUC second year students for securing a good results. I, Dr. M. Basuraj, the principal of CIT, with a great pleasure and honor to give a bird view of CIT. As the president said, that CIT has been started in the year 1999 with a great visionary of a Kodo Education Society, and has completed 21 years, and which has been located in a scenario picture of Kodagu district in the lush green area of Western Ghats. The main vision of the institute is to provide the quality education and to evolve as a center of excellence in the technical education by focusing on creativity, innovation, and entrepreneurial skills. The mission of this institute are to impart an affordable quality education to especially for rural students to emerge as a technocrats of a global competence. Secondly, to identify and encouraging the students to perform to their full potential in the field of engineering. Thirdly, to develop and strengthen the entrepreneurial skills among the students. Finally, to provide a conducive environment for experimental academic learning interposed with an extra and co-curricular activities. Keeping the vision and the mission of the college, the college has started with 4 courses, that is mechanical engineering, civil engineering, electronics and communication engineering, and computer science and engineering. Before I start the bird view of our institute, the Henry Ford quoted, "Coming together is a beginning, keeping together is a progress, and working together is a success." So we are working towards the success of our students' endeavor with the modern education by following the 4 P's. The first P is the people. That's nothing but the human resource. The second P is nothing but the projects. The third P is nothing but the placement. And fourth P is nothing but the personality. So we take all these parameters into consideration and see that the student who has entered in the CAT will be a successful engineer, having these 4 qualities. So regarding the academic curriculum and the people, the first P, since the college has been affiliated to a V2 Belgaum, the curriculum has to be followed by as prescribed by the university. Apart from the curriculum, we train the students about the university syllabus by arranging the value-added courses which will help the students to strengthen the skill sets during the 4-year tenure. To understand the theory concept studied in the curriculum, the industrial visits were arranged, and to be at par with the industries, the technical seminars, workshops, the conferences, or the latest innovations were conducted by inviting the experts from the industries and the renowned institutions like NITs, IITs, and ISC Bangalore. I'm proud to announce that our college has bagged 5 ranks from a V2 Belgavi a few years ago. As I rightly mentioned, that first P, that is a human resource. So any institution ranking is based on the number of the parameters. One of the parameter is to measure the ranking of the institute is nothing but the human resource. That is nothing but the faculty. Here in CIT, every department has a doctorates, and few are pursuing with their PhDs. We have got a sufficient, dedicated, experienced faculty members. So as per the norms of the V2 and the ASAT New Delhi. To motivate the faculty members of the college, every year the teachers are awarded as the best teacher for their incredible works at the college and the university levels. Apart from the academic curriculum, our students have achieved the state and national level awards in the extracurricular activities like sports, especially in the hockey and quiz competitions and etc. So to talk about the library, we have got a very good infrastructure library with a natural ventilation, with the area more than the required norms of an ASAT as well as the University Belgavi. And we have got a very good number of textbooks and reference books. So we have got around 35,000 volumes are available in the college library, and which are more than the required norms for the ASAT. We provide a book banking system to the students other than the regular book issues. In our college library, we have got a national and international journals which will help the students and the faculties to upgrade their knowledge and helps for research works. We are the member of an V2 consortium for journals and e-learning materials. And to talk about the laboratory facilities. So every department has got a state-of-the-art laboratories which satisfy the needs of the norms of the ASAT and the university also. Over and above, we have got a higher end and modern equipments that will help the students to learn and work to their project works. The modern lab equipments caters the needs of the consultancy work, especially in the civil department. Okay, we have got a very good high-end laboratory equipments for the consultancy work, and some of the equipments are there also in the other departments. I'm proud to say that the college has been established the robotics lab in association with a Just Bangalore, where students and faculties do the research works in the field of robotics and automation. A green initiative like a solar power generation system has been established in our college, where students study the importance of our solar energy applications. So to talk about the associations, department association and active clubs which are available in the college campus. we have made a mandate that every department has got a department associated clubs. Along with this, we have got around 10 clubs. For example, a photo club, a technical club, music club, eco club, and other clubs are there. Under these technical clubs, the students will take the initiative to work on a projects on the latest innovations. The main intention of making these type of the department association as well as the clubs to make the students to exhibit their hidden talents and continue their hobbies to keep the students always active. And regarding the training and placement of department cell, so this department has made a MOUs, that's Memo of Understanding, with a number of companies in Mangalore, Mysore, and Bangalore, and some parts of the Karnataka. And these MOUs will definitely help to undergo the students the internship training and acquire the skill sets, both hard and the soft skills. These skills will definitely help our students to place in a good number of MNC companies, both in the core industries as well as in the software companies. Every year, a good number of companies from Bangalore and Mysore are visiting our campus for the placement activities. Also, we have tied up with nearby colleges for a pool campus. So under the TPO cell, we conduct the soft and hard skills from second year onwards. So why the engineering then? So everyone is aware that in the field of day-to-day life, the engineering has got a more important demand in the present era because of the new innovations around the world. So engineering has started to make the human beings very comfortable in all the fields to work in a most effective, efficient, and economical way. So one of the visionary said that a scientist dreams to make this world better, but whereas engineer makes the dream true. That is, the scientists investigate, whereas the engineer creates. Finally, as a principal of CAT, I pledge, along with my team, that we take all the responsibility of every child admitted in our college by making your child to acquire the skill sets, the logical thinking, and other positive attitudes, so that he or she will be the top technocrats with the management skills to serve the society with the good human values. And you must be knowing that the Bharat Ratna, Dr. Abdul Kalam, said, dream, dream, dream. Dream transforms into a thoughts transfers into actions. So we, the family of a CAT, we will work and make the dreams of the students and the parents to transfers into thoughts and thoughts into action for making your ward a successful engineer. Therefore, I, on behalf of a CAT, I request every parent to admit your ward, son or daughter in our institute. Before I conclude, our heads of the department, TPO, and alumni president will present the report about the facilities and activities conducted in the department and the college. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your inspiring words. I request the participants to post your queries in the chat box, which will be answered by the resource person at the end of the session. CIT, established in 1999, has carved a niche for itself in all disciplines. With the state-of-the-art infrastructure and academic excellence, this sanctuary of learning fosters creativity and innovation. Engineers have completely transformed the world we live in, from modern homes, bridges, space travel, cars, and latest mobile technology. Engineers use knowledge to create new and exciting prospects. Engineering education today is challenging and exciting. Coorg Institute of Technology offers engineering in 4 disciplines: computer science and engineering, civil engineering, electronics and communication engineering, mechanical engineering. All 4 departments at CIT work harmoniously in pursuit of excellence. The only way to do great work is to love what you do, said Steve Jobs. I now request the HOD of Computer Science Engineering Department, Professor Muthappa K.A., to give an overview of the department.
Thank you, ma'am. Good morning to everyone. My name is Professor Muthappa, HOD of the Department of Computer Science and Engineering. I would like to share a few insights on my department. The Department of Computer Science and Engineering has been imparting quality education to the youth, to the present, to shape them as the most skilled technocrats of the future. The goal of the department is to empower the youth and make them self-reliant. The committed effort of the faculty has launched the fame of the department at greater heights, in addition to the extraordinary academic records with the university rank to its credit. With the purpose to mold the students in every aspect and shape their overall personality, the department is regularly organizing various activities ranging from workshops, seminars, internship, hackathons, and fests. The department has been looking into the employment needs of the students year after year. Part of the workshop that is conducted in every academic year, the department has been proving and providing training to the students on the different important topics which is required for the placements. From the year 2018, a well-known company, data software research company, DSRC, based at Chennai, conducts software-based online training facility on the topics SQL, C#, .NET, Java, and Python, with constant online assistance, project making, and evaluation on the spot. After the completion of the project and training, we provide online tests, which will be conducted based on which a HR interview will be done for the recruitment of the students. In the year 2018, 2 of our students who obtained training successfully cleared the test, and after further training at Chennai, they were recruited in the same company. A similar kind of training was carried out in the current academic year for the final year and pre-final year students. One of our final year students is now placed in the same company and will be earning 25K per month, even during this pandemic situation, with the work from home option, which clearly shows how the students with degree of computer science are confidently moving ahead in life as the avenue of a bright future are open. The students of a department are highly talented, and their talent are seen through the innovative projects which they develop in the fields of artificial intelligence, machine learning, and Internet of Things. A project named Internet of Things-based Smart Wheelchair is now being built in collaboration with the Department of Mechanical Engineering. One of our students has also designed the college website, and one more has designed the faculty feedback system, and many others are entrepreneurs. Considering learning is an endless process, the teachers have always equipped themselves with the new developments that are taking place in the area of the subjects they teach. They attend faculty development program to enhance their knowledge horizon. Many in the department have enrolled for PhD program. The career options available for computer science engineers is vast, and few of them are software developers, computer hardware engineers, computer network architect, database administrator, information security analyst, computer system analyst, web developer, data analyst, and computer programmer. Computer science has always been a very booming area of study. It is the subject which has stood the test of time. As the HOD of Department of Computer Science and Engineering, I encourage the enthusiastic second QC passed out students to join the Department of CSC at Coorg Institute of Technology as a stepping stone for your bright future. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. An engineer is a person who applies the skills and knowledge of basic science for the good of society, said Sir M. Vishweshwaraya. I now request the HOD of Civil Engineering Department, Professor Pramukh Ganapathy, to give an overview.
Good morning, everyone. I take an immense pleasure of introducing my department, that's the Department of Civil Engineering of Coorg Institute of Technology. But before briefing about the department, I would like to give you the insights related to the civil engineering stream and its profession on a nutshell. The Department of Civil Engineering trains the civil engineers, and civil engineering is one of the oldest and time-tested discipline of engineering. This discipline of engineering has been providing the basic amenities for the development of the other disciplines, and also it is improving the entire quality of human life. The best example to quote one is the KRS dam that is built by the great civil engineer Vishweshwaraya. The dam is now supporting the livelihood of many people in the region and is also fulfilling the demands for the metropolitan city like Bangalore and Chennai. As we civil engineers create the infrastructure for the development of the other fraternity, the responsibility and the demand of civil engineers is quite lasting for a country to develop the infrastructure, amenities, and the basic facilities. Hence, the responsibilities of a civil engineer is prominent in the development of road, residential facilities, development of new smart cities, sanitization facilities, transportation facilities, etc. It is a common discussion in the recent days that the demand for civil engineers is gradually declining. But I differ with my opinion on this. Unlike any other engineering discipline, the project cost of civil engineering field is quite huge. The current financial conditions due to recession have made the government to pump in less funds for the infrastructural development, but I believe that it is only a temporary setback because none of the country can be deprived of the infrastructural development to call it as in a developed country. If the infrastructure was of an least importance, then the central government of India wouldn't have been aimed at investing a whopping amount of rupees 101 lakh crore for the next 5 years in the development of the infrastructure and exclusively providing rupees 1.7 lakh crores for the transportation infrastructure in the union budget of 2020. All these will again create the demand for the well-qualified and technically sound civil engineers in the days to come. Hence, choosing civil engineering would be a right decision to take at this point of time. So now I would like to give some insights related to the opportunities of civil engineers in employment. The civil engineering graduates have a lot of opportunity to build their careers. There is a great opportunity of employment in government sectors like PWD, Irrigation Department, City Development Authority, Power Generation Department, Pollution Control Board, etc. Especially the reservation for women in the government sector will provide a better opportunity for girls pursuing civil engineering course. The civil engineering graduates also have an opportunity of serving the country by being employed in the technical positions in the defense forces like Army and Navy. As the medical doctor, as a medical profession who has completed his MBBS degree, has a flexibility to start his own career, so do the civil engineering has. Civil engineer can start his own consultancy and infrastructure development company. So instead of seeking the job, he can create the job for others and can be an entrepreneur. Civil engineering graduates can also choose to become a contractor by taking up the construction of the various projects under the state and central government. Now I shall brief the details related to the Department of Civil Engineering of CIT. First and foremost, to quote, the Department of Civil Engineering at CIT has a well-qualified and dedicated faculties who always try to encourage the students to push beyond their capabilities to conquer the best. I am indeed proud to tell that the Department of Civil Engineering at CIT is associated with the Builders Association of India, Though there are plenty of engineering colleges in Karnataka offering civil engineering course, only 12 to 15 colleges have been associated with the Builders Association of India, and I'm proud to say that the Department of Civil Engineering at CIT is one amongst them. This close association with the Builders Association of India helps our civil engineering students to grab opportunities of internship, placements, industrial visits, and also give them a great opportunity to interact with the best professionals from the industries. With a view of extending the service to the local construction industries, our very supportive management have set up the best state-of-the-art laboratory facilities in the department, which is beyond the requirements of the syllabus needed for the university. We at the Department of Civil Engineering take up consultancy services like material testing, providing construction solutions and suggestions, which are being well appreciated by the local public. We also encourage our students to get involved in the consultancy services, which help them to get the experience about the quality in construction and also to develop the solutions to the complex problems of the construction field, which they may encounter once after taking up their career. We take up many funded technical projects in our department. Apart from the research-oriented projects, we also encourage the students to take up the project which is more concerned to the general public. To quote one of the best thing amongst that is that our students had taken up a project on the landslides of Kodagu district to understand the cause of it and also to provide the remedial measures to the landslide, which had devastated the life of people in Kodagu region. Our students have successfully completed the project and have submitted a detailed report of the project to the Deputy Commissioner of Kodagu district, and we were well appreciated for that initiative as such. On the nutshell, I can tell very confidently that a student who joins the civil engineering course at CIT will enjoy the best teaching and learning experience, and we provide them the facilities and support for the students to become a well-qualified civil engineers who contributes to the future of the country. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, sir. It is widely accepted that questioning is the door of knowledge. I now request the HOD of Electronics and Communication Engineering Department, Dr. Divakar, to give an overview of the department.
Good morning. I take great pride to introduce my department. EC department was established in the year 1999. Electronics and communication plays an important role in almost every sphere of our life. It is one of the largest and fastest growing fields of engineering. The basic aim of this branch is to produce products that are smaller, smarter, and multifunctional. Can we imagine our life without electronics, gadgets, and communication system? No, we cannot. Our life is made smarter by electronics and communication engineering. When we think of ECE, we usually picture people working on integrated chip manufacturing industry. No, electronics and communication include control system, image processing, power system, optoelectronics, analog and digital circuit design, and so on. As a result, students are free to choose one of the many areas offered by ECE according to their passion and abilities. As they learn about electronic circuit device and communication system, they also learn about embedded system programming language and assembly languages. Therefore, electronics and communication engineers can switch from hardware to software, but this is not the other way around. So, electronics and communication is a very broad field. The opportunities are global for electronics and communication engineers as they are employed in variety of sectors such as Indian telephone industry, civil aviation, department sectors in various states, defense, NPL, All India Radio, Post and Telegraph Department, Railways, Bharat Electronics, DRDO, Telecommunication, and Software Engineering. In power sectors like NTPC, NHPC, hardware manufacturing, home appliances, VLSI design, telephone industry, and research and development. The scope is very wide open because the world is moving in the field of technology and developments. As we look into future, robots will also be part of our life very soon, and embedded electronics, which is a sub-branch of electronics, plays an important role in this. All of this makes ECE an interesting field to study and work. So regarding the department, we are equipped with highly skilled and efficient faculty, ever ready to help the students even beyond the working hours. For the overall development of students, we have a Elite Association. The main motto of this association is develop leadership qualities and technical abilities along with the studies. Under this, we will motivate individual students to implement many projects. The main intention of this is to make students to understand the concepts better, and also it develops the skills in implementing and analyzing the complex circuits. We are taking the initiative to prepare the students for placement from lower semester itself. Workshops, seminars, and are conducted regularly by inviting professors from reputed technical institutes like IISc, IITs, and universities to impart latest technology for the students. To create the awareness among students about the society needs, we have been organizing marathon, green day, afforestation program, etc. To improve the technical writing and presentation skills among final year students, we encourage the students to write and present technical papers in state, national, and international level conferences. At the end, we will compile all the technical papers and release as journal Yelapro Prabhigya. To fight current COVID situation, automated hand sanitizer dispenser was designed and developed by the staff members during the current pandemic. The staff and students are encouraged to involve themselves in research work. We are planning to have a research center in the department. All the prerequisites required to set up the research center as per university norms are completed, and we are waiting for university approval. I assure you that you will have safe, comfortable educational time in the coming years ahead, and with no second thought, you can opt EC branch to become one of the best technocrats of tomorrow.
Thank you, sir. Mechanical engineers can do things with less energy and greater efficiency. I now request the HOD of Mechanical Engineering Department, Professor Timaya AG, to give an overview of the department.
Hello, everyone. It is indeed a great honor to introduce you all to Mechanical Engineering Department, which is perhaps the most diverse and versatile field of engineering. Mechanical engineering touches virtually every aspect of modern life, from mobile phones and biomedical devices to aircrafts and power plants. The role of mechanical engineer is to take a product from an idea to marketplace. Mechanical engineers use the principles of physics, mathematics, and material science, along with the tools like computer-aided engineering and product life cycle management to design and analyze a component, a machine, a system, or a process. Mechanical engineers are no longer confined to traditional industries of aerospace, automotive, and manufacturing, but are also employed extensively in emerging areas such as nuclear technology, robotics, biomedical technology, and energy systems. Since mechanical engineering is broadest of all engineering fields, the job prospects for mechanical engineers are plenty. Major industries that employ mechanical engineers include automobiles, space research, aeronautical, energy industries, biomedical industries, manufacturing plants, air conditioning and refrigeration industry, and the agriculture sector. In government sectors, mechanical engineers provide their knowledge to various government-run projects in the role of technical experts and consultants. Some government sectors and companies that employ mechanical engineers are Indian Army, Indian Railways, Civil Services, NTPC, IOCL, ISRO, BHEL, and many more. At Coorg Institute of Technology, Department of Mechanical Engineering provides quality education to its students. Our aim is to be center of excellence in the field of mechanical engineering and mold students for global competence. Our faculty members have excellent academic credentials, with most of them pursuing doctoral degree. Our laboratories have been very well established, not only to cover the prescribed syllabus, but to motivate students to study beyond the curriculum. The department strives to prepare students for careers in field of mechanical engineering, as well as interdisciplinary fields. In this regard, we conduct various programs to enhance their engineering skills and make them industry ready. We have signed a MOU with Cybermetric Services Bangalore, which is an authorized training partner of Dassault Systems, to train our students on CAD tools, CATIA, and Creo. They also offer placement assistance to our students. The Industry Institute Interaction Cell of our department organizes industrial visits and also provides internships for students to get inside of the working environment of the industry. We conduct workshops and technical talks by experts from academia and industry to educate students about the latest technological advancements. We are closely associated with the alumni, and they play an active role in voluntary programs like mentoring students in their areas of expertise. Students are encouraged to take up innovative projects, especially to address the local problems. I am proud to say that the 10 projects of our students are sponsored by Karnataka State Council for Science and Technology. Our students were successful in building a gyrocopter, which is one of its kind in our country. We have student association by name MechEra. Under this association, we organize various events like project exhibition, technical fest, career guidance, and many more, which helps in overall development of the student. Being head of mechanical engineering department, it is a pleasure to welcome you all young aspirants to Department of Mechanical Engineering at CIT. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. The placement cell operates around the year to facilitate contacts between companies and graduates. Placement and Training Cell plays a major role in shaping the career goals of students. Training is important for engineering students to enhance the employability skills and achieve good placements in various industries. Placement has become a challenging task today. I now request the Training and Placement Officer, Mr. Muthana, to give insights on Training and Placement Cell.
Good morning, everyone. Greetings from Coorg Institute of Technology. My name is Muthana, heading the Placement Department at CIT. The Placement Department is considered a backbone for any institution. Regarding training and placements at CIT, in the Placement Department, we have placement coordinators and 2 student coordinators for each department. We as a team would be coordinating any placement activities, both on and off campus. We have a good rapport with neighboring colleges from Mangalore, Mysore, and Bangalore for pool campus drives. We have an entrepreneurship development cell to encourage startups. We organize entrepreneurship awareness camps. We give career guidance and career counseling for higher studies, competitive exams, to join the Indian Army. Usually, most of the institutions, including us, used to conduct training programs only during the final years or the pre-final years. In future, we plan to train our students from the first year itself. In the first and second year, we would be giving in-house training on soft skills like aptitude, communication, resume building, etc. In the third year, we plan to provide them with internship opportunities in reputed companies. In this regard, we are working on having over 20 MOUs for internship programs. In the fourth year, we encourage them to opt for skill-based training. Like in CS, you could opt for artificial intelligence, Internet of Things, machine learning, blockchain technology. In EC, you could opt for a DSP. VLSI, robotics, embedded systems, 5G technology. In civil, you could opt for design softwares like ETABS, Start Pro, and planning softwares like AutoCAD. In mechanical, you could opt for design softwares like CATIA, Pro-E, Cryo, simulation softwares like ANSYS, Workbench. For on-campus placements, we try to bring in at least 10 companies for each department. On behalf of Coorg Institute of Technology, we welcome you all to join us to be one among the technocrats of tomorrow. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. CIT Alumni Association fosters spirit of loyalty and promotes general welfare of our institution. CIT Alumni Association develops synergistic plans to aid and improve institutional endeavors. We have the resource person for today, Mr. Appaya, Senior Developer, SAP Labs India and President of CIT Alumni Association. He is working in the Intelligent Asset Management Unit at SAP Labs and developed mobile and web applications for few clients such as Nespresso, Richmond, HSBC, Daimler, DU Telecom, BHP Billiton, and so on. He has few key innovations to his credit at SAP Labs. He created Virtual Scribe, a voice-based application for visually impaired students to take up exams independently without the need of a human scribe. He created next-generation voice-based digital interviewing platform to conduct the first round of technical interview. He also created an application which can be controlled through motion, gesture, and voice inputs. He co-founded a recruitment assessment tool to conduct skill-based assessments in an unbiased manner. He also created an automated gas leakage detection mobile application. I now request Mr. Appaya to address the participants.
Thank you, ma'am. A very good morning to all and nice to meet you. And it's a pleasure to be a part of this webinar. And to start off, CAT has really helped me shape as a person and really been a stepping stone for my success. And two of the most important achievements that I've achieved so far is one is receiving an award from the national IT body NASSCOM for creating something for the visually challenged students who could write an exam. And the other major innovation was co-founding a tech startup which was incubated by Y Combinator program and raising a seed funding of around 1.5 million euros. So that was two of the major achievements, and one of the main reasons that helped me shape this mindset, or help me shape or grow as a person with this mindset, was a small story I'd like to share, which happened in CIT when we were studying in our pre-final years. And as you all know, in Coorg, it not just rains for 2 days, but it rains continuously for months. And one of the major things that we experienced when we were studying in a pre-final year is there's a bus stop around 0.5 to 1 kilometer away from the college. And there was some incident where it was completely broken, the roof was shattered. And most of the people used to actually struggle waiting for the bus. Like either they are drenched, or especially elders, children going to school and things like that. So we and like me, along with few of our friends, we found out that this is a problem, and how can we solve it. And we also saw that no one was actually taking any interest in particular, since it was a public sort of property. We got together, few of us, we started few campaigns, we went around the colleges, we requested any volunteer who could fund. We collected funds, then we organized all the tasks in a way where we could completely construct that shelter back to its initial form. Even to this date, whenever I or any of my friends visit CIT, that actually reflects. So we actually, during that stage, we actually built something which could actually impact others' lives. And that was a change of mindset, where slowly we started inculcating a thing where we started building things that could impact others. So that is one thing which is really important for any entrepreneurial journey. And second thing, what I'd like to share is, as per the Alumni Association, few of the activities what we are doing. So since we are around 16 batches that have been passed out so far, and most of us have gone through various experiences and various journeys. So right now we are doing a lot of workshops, and we would continue doing a lot of workshops where we are actually bridging that gap between academics and industry. And also we are doing a lot of webinars where alumni are sharing their experiences and sharing their knowledge in their field of expertise. So these are some things that we are doing to benefit or help the students. And without any further ado, I'd like to wish each and every student who is part of this webinar a very best in their careers, and welcome you all to CIT. And looking forward to interact with you all in the coming days in the manner of webinars and sessions. And also wish you all a happy Independence Day in advance. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your inspiring words. It's indeed a great pleasure to have you with us today. Just Robotics tries to deliver technology in its simplest form to people right from school to college, researchers, engineering professionals, and technologists. Just Robotics aims to make learning, science, and technology simpler, easier, and quicker, supportive to classroom pedagogy. We also have with us Mr. Brijesh, CEO of Just Robotics, an entrepreneur extraordinaire, an educationist in the waiting, a passionate teacher above all. He's been working in the field of robotics and automation for just an albeit close to a decade now. From building advanced robotic systems to conducting workshops for practically everyone under the sun, be it kids, teachers, and faculties across the board. Just Robotics was recently announced winners of the Karnataka State Government's coveted Elevate Call 2 program under the Startup Karnataka program for the DREAM project, Make Many Robots, aiming at democratizing STEM education. I now request Mr. Brijesh to address the participants.
Hello, everybody. Good morning. And it's indeed an honor to be here amidst all of you, especially the aspirants for engineering as a career. Now, if not for my mother, I would probably not have taken engineering. And if not for robotics, I would not have loved engineering. So robotics was that field which allowed us to use or touch every branch of engineering, right from mechanical engineering for manufacturing and fabricating our robots, to civil engineering where we had to test materials and bring in components together, and computer science engineering where we had to do certain programs and things, and electrical engineering for motors and new motor designs. So all of these branches of engineering comes together when it comes to robotics. And for the last 12 years, I've been advocating the very same principle that robotics is the only field that can bring all of the branches of engineering together. And for you to become a full-fledged engineer, it is important to be aware the applications of different fields of engineering. Now, when Coorg Institute of Technology approached us a year ago to set up the state-of-the-art robotics laboratory, we sat down with them to understand why they would want to set up a robotics lab. And it was very clear from the way they were portraying as to why they wanted. It was more of building that industry academia gap, as in what comes out of engineering colleges as engineers really do not know much of what happens in the industry. So there is a new set of training that is required for these engineers. So that's something that the college wanted to address, where the exposure to different tools, softwares, hardware, and that is very relevant today, needs to be given to students right in college so that they're prepared and they know what it is like in the future. So this is something that the robotics lab in the college is doing. And I think in the last 1 year, a lot of students have benefited because of it, where they've been able to bring their ideas to reality. This space is more of a maker space where you probably have an idea, you have a project in mind and you want to execute it. And there are all tools and instruments required for you to build it. So that's the kind of space. And to a great extent, the space has become a free to use space where you can walk in anytime, build anything that you want. And our interaction with the college has shown us that they are more keen and willing to be able to set up that kind of entrepreneurial spirit in the students, where you find a problem and you want to solve it and you want to build a solution around it, and they're more than happy to support you with it. And this is something that I've seen very less in a lot of colleges. So yeah, it's more of an open door policy right there, where you can approach them for any kind of support that's required. And because it is secluded from the busy bustling of the city, it's more focused and more amidst nature, so that gives you a lot of value. So one important thing that I would like to also convey here is we really do not know what it is that tomorrow as a career would look like, right? Just about 6 months ago, we were all thinking of a lot of things and investing in infrastructure and all of that. And suddenly, when the pandemic hit us hard, we realized that, okay, we'll have to set up infrastructure for working from home. And within a month's time, everybody who was working from offices started working from home. And this is something that was in a lot of places impossible, but a lot of people made it happen. And in about a month and a half's time, a lot of technology and new inventions, new devices came into picture, and people started selling them and buying them just to help or aid how you could work from home. And this I see as a possibility only because of engineers. And that's the reason why you would probably choose engineering, because you apply science to create solutions for people around. Another important aspect of setting up the robotics lab is to help students become entrepreneurs. Now, we see a lot of influx of people from tier 2, tier 3 cities move into tier 1 cities like Bangalore or Delhi or Mumbai or Pune, where you look out for a job. The idea here is to create opportunities in cities which are tier 2 also, where you are able to look at problems that are present and then be able to solve them and be able to create job opportunities. And this is something that the department, along with the placement department, the entrepreneurship cell, and the management together are aiming at, where they encourage students to become entrepreneurs, where you are able to create a niche for yourself in terms of what you could do for the society. In fact, one of the astounding things that professor from civil engineering was telling is about how they stepped up to look at why landslides were happening. They brought in their expertise in civil engineering to figure out what measures could be taken to improve it. And in fact, what Mr. Apaya was telling in terms of how, as engineers, they try to solve problems that are present locally. And I think this is the spirit of engineering, whether you are an electronics engineer or a computer science engineer or a civil engineer or a mechanical engineer. The spirit of engineering is to solve problems and be able to use all the skill sets that you have learned all throughout from school to college to be able to solve problems. And I think that's exactly where Coorg Institute of Technology is working towards. You could always come down to the lab of the college, have a look at it, see how the infrastructure is. They have, I mean, in fact, I've encouraged a lot of students who have approached me as to what kind of infrastructure is. I've asked them, just go down to the college. They will take you around to the lab, see what kind of machines are there, what kind of instruments are there. And I think this is something that's a really good thing, because you spend about 10% of your entire career in an engineering college. It's about 4 years out of 40 years you spend in an engineering college. I think if you cannot make it your home and be belonging, it's very difficult. So I think one such home is CIT, and I hope to see you all in the college post all of this. Thank you so much. Thank you for this opportunity, and I wish all of you all the very best. Whatever decision you're making, make it right, because you'll not always have parents like my mom, who pushed me to engineering, telling, no, you love it, just go for it. So choose the right thing for you, and all the very best.
Thank you, sir, for the informative session and for your valuable time. We are very happy to announce that Robotics Lab is established in CIT in association with Just Robotics, Bengaluru. We also have with us our proud alumni, Mr. Pratyush, working at Just Robotics, the resource person for today, a storehouse of world knowledge, a budding entrepreneur and motivator to inspire the young minds. I request Mr. Pratyush to address the participants.
Hello, good morning to everyone. So, my name is Pratyush. I graduated in the year 2019 and I did my mechanical engineering from CIT. So, I got placed in a startup called as Just Robotics and during my final year. So, after that, I've been working there for a year now. So after I started working at Just Robotics, I kind of got this perspective that engineering is not really just limited to departments. I mean, right now in today's world, every department is basically crossing its lines into each other. So mechanical engineering, civil engineering, computer science, electronics, everything is coming together, and a new interdisciplinary learning is coming up. So CIT, as of now, is taking up a lot of initiatives towards that glorious future. So right now, CIT has a fully fledged robotics lab that is actually helping those students to think on their own, create things on their own, and think out of the box and learn things that are not taught in textbooks. So the lab is basically open to any department, and every student can go there and build their own robots and explore the various fields of science in general. So CIT gives you new perspective basically into it's like a new way of learning, which is very different from the very conventional way of sticking to the textbooks and going by the rules. So CIT would definitely be like a good start towards your career. And moreover, another thing that you would look into a college before selecting it is the cultural diversity at a college. So if you look at it at that perspective, I would say CIT has the best cultural diversity. Students from all over the India is there basically. Students from Kerala, students from Karnataka, students from other parts of India, everybody is there. So it's basically like a miniature version of the world, the actual world that's going to be out there. So if you are, say, stuck to a college which has only a niche of people, so you really won't get an idea of how the world would be. But at CIT, because of the cultural diversity, you're forced to step out of your comfort zone. You're forced to, interact with other people. You're forced to learn a new language, a new perspective. And if you think about it, every student or every classmate that you're going to be meeting at CIT is basically going to be going to be somebody in your field, like somebody you can reach out to, like a resource person. So a person is only as powerful as his contacts, like people say. So basically, once you graduate, you just think about it. You have a lot of contact all over India, and that's going to really give you a jump start into your career. So another thing that I think helped me, especially in CIT, is that right now learning a technical skill is not the most important thing in life. Learning about certain other things such as soft skills, leadership skills, developing yourself as a person counts more. So CIT gives you a lot of opportunities, a lot of extracurricular opportunities. So when I was studying, we had our own band. We were conducting activities, we were conducting tournaments, we were having fairs. So all of this really, brought that spark. I did things which I never thought I could. And I saw people coming together, making things, building new stuff, all the enthusiasm. So that sparks, and that takes engineering to a whole different level. So, when we say like, what do I do for, looking for a job or any of that, the one thing that most of the companies that look right now is whether you are a good person. How do you see yourself as a person? Do you have the right skill sets? Do you have the right soft skills right now? So the entrepreneurship development cell, basically that's NCIT, would definitely be helping you out. Explore yourself and develop those soft skills that are so valuable in today's world. And you can't go out into the real world without those soft skills. And I think CIT would be a really, really good platform. I mean, a good start to your career. So those 4 years of my life were definitely a big learning curve. Like I went from knowing nothing from, like I came in fresh from my 12th standard, and when I graduated out, I was like completely a different person. It was because of the people I met from there. It was because of the experience that I had there. And so your career or the path you're going on, your college has a big say to that. So I would definitely suggest you CIT because of the experiences that I had personally. Thank you.
Thank you, Pratyush, for joining us from Kerala. Okay. At CIT, admission department works around the clock to develop strategies to accelerate admission process. I now hand over the session to the admission superintendent, Mr. Jagdish VB, to give an overview about admissions.
Good morning, everyone. Coorg Institute of Technology is marching ahead with relentless perseverance and zeal, catering to the technical education needs of rural children in particular. Achieving excellence in technical education, research, and consulting through an outcome-based curriculum focusing on continuous improvement and innovation by benchmarking against the global best practices. Professionalism, commitment, integrity, teamwork is the priority in CIT. The criteria for admission are as per the norms of AICTE, VTU, and Government of Karnataka. Minimum marks of 45% in physics and mathematics in particular, and any one of the optional subjects like biology, chemistry, electronics, etc. This is for general merit category, and for OBC and reserved categories, the percentages, minimum percentages, 40%. Going on to fee concession, CIT offers fee concessions to meritorious, economically backward class, and achievers in the state and national level in the various fields such as sports and other activities. We have been extending our fee concession services to the natural disaster victims in the past 2 years. We would like to extend our continuous service further. Management is kind enough in extending financial benefits to meritorious students as a special fee package based on the marks once secures in second PUC, PCM, and based on the CET ranking. If the PCM marks in PUC is above 95% and the CET ranking is within 10,000, we are charging a very minimum fees of rupees 26,000 annually, which is inclusive of all fees. So I request every one of you to make use of this benefit, those who deserve this. Based on second PUC PCM marks, there are fee concessions, which is notified in the college website too. Talent search examination, Anveshani, was conducted on 28 May 2020, and all the qualified participants are given a fee concession of rupees 10,000 and a merit certificate as per the rules framed by the committee. We request the eligible candidates and the participants to make use of this best facility. Management seats are offered at a very nominal rates to encourage the locals and economically backward classes, which is lesser than the CET payment fees. This is a very important thing. The locals and all deserving candidates, you're supposed to note down. Coorg Institute of PU College, the brainchild of Kodava Education Society, was established in the year 2017, and the management is kind enough in giving special fee concessions to the children of CIPUC when they opt the management quota in engineering stream. Moving on to scholarship. Comparing to a regular degree course, professional courses, degree aspirants are going to get attractive scholarship, both in government as well as from the private sectors. I can give small introduction about the kind of scholarship the students are going to get in case if they choose engineering. Merit cum means this particular scholarship is for the one whose annual income is below 1 lakhs and who comes under OBC category. So dear students, this is the best facility the Government of India and Government of Karnataka is providing to encourage professional degree courses. One more important scholarship, that is Arivu scholarship, so as to encourage all weaker section of people and minorities in particular. The minority of the Ministry of Minority, IFS, Government of India is extending a good scholarship scheme and a financial assistance to the minority and weaker sections at a very nominal interest of 3%. every eligible candidates can make use of this facility. There are many other scholarships like Central Sector Scheme from the Department of Higher Education, HRD, Suction Scholarship Scheme. This is for the disabled girl candidate, and AICT sponsored Pragati Scholarship for girl childs. There is a condition for that. It should be either 1 or 2 girls in a family only. So they are eligible to get this attractive scholarship. Apart from this, there are many more private organizations which are offering attractive scholarship for engineering aspirants like Zindal, ONGC, etc. Dr. Mudira Jagadish, a renowned scientist, is sponsoring scholarship to our students in various categories in the mechanical department. Civic personality, a person's scholarship. This scholarship encourages a student to develop leadership quality along with his good academic track records. This particular scholarship molds the engineering graduate to fit into a corporate world. This is very important for any engineering graduates because when they go for any placement activities, the personality development plays a vital role. So dear students, so please make use of these facilities. And apart from that, he also sponsors for the best sports person and also for the best outgoing academicians. So please make use of these facilities, join CIT. Apart from that, this Coorg Education Fund Madikeri is also sponsoring scholarship to our local students to encourage professional degree. Then we have the Dina Bandhu Charitable Trust Mysore is also extending scholarship to financial backward class, especially the BPL card holders. That is a minimum criteria. Otherwise, it should be a award of a single parent with some economic problems. Please make use of these assistances. And from the past several years, even the Comfort Foundation is also encouraging our economically backward students in sponsoring their tuition fees. Likewise, there are many forms of both government and private level scholarships to encourage budding technocrats. Your students, if you just log into the scholarship sections, you'll come to know many more. Your parents and students, we have the best of the best hostel facilities within the campus for both boys and girls with 24/7 security, Wi-Fi enabled campus, best state-of-the-art infrastructure, best coaching facilities, placement assistance, and a good mentoring system, and many more. Finally, I would like to conclude requesting all PUC science students to choose your engineering degree course and make your life very colorful and fruitful. Come stay at CIT in the environmentally atmosphere and enjoy your learning. Thank you so much.
There is an additional information regarding scholarships. Kodagu witnessed worst natural disasters last 2 years, shattering the lives of the people of Coorg. The Governing Council of Coorg Institute of Technology has showcased their magnanimity in identifying students affected by floods interested to pursue engineering at Coorg Institute of Technology. As a result, 11 students were identified and offered free education and fee concession by Kodava Education Society in association with Coorg Association Mumbai and Pandanda Chitama Trust, Kolkata. We owe them our deepest gratitude. Machimanda Mohan Madappa, the director of KS, is sponsoring scholarship to economically backward students from Machimanda Madappa and Akkama Madappa Charitable Trust. This scholarship is primarily to take care of education of the poorest of poor students from Coorg district, preferably Kodava students. This is also extended to bright students of Coorg as well. Dr. Pushpa Kuttana, director of KS, is also extending her financial support to students affected by natural disaster and those who are interested to pursue engineering. Move on to the interactive session. Based on the queries of students, we will now have interactive session with the HODs of all departments and the resource person of today. We now have a question to the placement department. Being located in a rural place, how do you think students can compete with urban colleges?
In this information era, half of the placement activities are digitalized. Like most of the tier 1, tier 2 companies are taking their recruitment process online. Only the final rounds would be in their respective organizations. We are on par with any institution in terms of network connectivity, digitization. We train our students to participate in coding competitions like TCS, CodeBeta, Hack with Infi, and various others. We at CIT provide serene environment that is fit for learning without many distractions, unlike in urban areas. We have our alumni who have achieved greater heights who feel the same about this.
Thank you, sir. And now there's a question related to computer science department. I request computer science HOD to answer. Which are the major areas where computer science engineers are expected to be placed?
Developing and testing are the two major areas where most of the computer science graduates are placed. These two areas are evergreen fields, and I'm proud to say that most of our alumni are working on top of the hierarchy in multiple companies.
Thank you, sir. And now there's a question related to civil department. What is Builders Association of India, and how do students get benefited from the same?
It's a good question. I believe it's Mr. Vikas who have asked this question. So as I've told you earlier in my address that the Department of Civil Engineering at CIT is associated with Builders Association of India. A student of CIT Civil Department, upon entering the branch, that is after the second year of engineering, the student by default becomes a member of the Shilpi wing, that's a student wing of Builders Association of India. So from then the student will get an ID card or with a reference letter of the institute from the head of the department. A student can take part in all the activities which the Builders Association really tend to take up. Like some kind of fairs, some concrete fairs, some material exhibitions, industrial visits, site visits, and internship, etc. So this is only the best thing. This is one of the best thing what the Builders Association really does, so that the students try to improve their entire skills. Hope the query is answered.
Okay, thank you, sir. Now there's a question related to electronics department. How do you prepare a student for the bigger platform and greater challenges?
Yeah, the motivation provided by our faculty has enabled the students to enhance their technical skills by taking up mini projects in their lower semester. This in turn enabled them to excel in the bigger platform. Our students secured third and fourth place in hackathon organized by Infosys Mysore and Tech Tattva organized by Manipal Institute of Technology, Manipal.
Okay, thank you, sir. Now there is a question regarding mechanical department. It's very interesting too. Can girls take up mechanical engineering?
Of course, they can. There is no reason to say that girls cannot pursue mechanical engineering. There is a wrong conception that a lot of physical work is involved in mechanical engineers and girls cannot do it, but it is completely wrong. So it is like all other branches of engineering. Girls can opt for mechanical engineering. And moreover, they have got advantage. They have a lot of reservations in government sectors for girls in mechanical engineering. So in job perspective, it is better to pursue mechanical engineering by girls also. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. And there's another question. I think Mr. Brijesh can answer this. Which engineering branch is best to choose, as you spoke about integration of engineering disciplines?
It's a very tricky question to ask when you say which is the best branch to choose, because most of the branch choosing happens on your ranking. That's primarily because of demand, where they say there's a huge demand for electronics engineering and computer science engineering, and then the demand falls down to mechanical and civil. But I have very good experience in terms of my friends having chosen their branch primarily because of their passion. So you choose a branch because of what passion you have, and then take it forward. In fact, we discussed the same thing, in fact, the other day with Pratyush as well. You choose a branch depending on what you really like to do and how you would want to see yourself in the next 40 years of your life. I mean, that's your working career span, and take it that way. Don't choose it just because it's more uh, good in terms of a career and things. But all branches of engineering has its own well, I mean, nobody will stop building buildings or bridges or roads, and nobody will stop making ICs and chips, and nobody will stop writing programs. But definitely, I would advise, no matter what branch you take in, always be aware of what other branches are doing. And in fact, that's the reason why first year of engineering, you study all subjects, right from electrical to electronics to mechanical and civil engineering elements. You study all of this primarily to give you an exposure of all branches of engineering. And then when you choose to your home branch, you know how you have to utilize it. Because an engineer who doesn't, an electronic engineer who doesn't know how strong his component is as it's of no use, because he cannot always depend on somebody to tell him these things. So uh, treat all branches of engineering as equal, but choose branches that really excites you, and that really gives you a feel that, okay, this is something that I would really love to do for the rest of my life. And I think that's where you have to choose.
Thank you, sir. There's another question related to you. In which ways we get job in robotics?
Okay. So when I say robotics, it's an applied branch. You do not, people do not directly hire robotic engineers, but currently, at least in the last 4 to 5 years, there are openings directly for robotics engineers right out of college. Though college degrees do not provide you a robotics engineer tag, there are a lot of options for you to do this. One is by equipping yourself with the right tools. So there are four main aspects in robotics. One is the design, and then comes your mechanics, electronics, and programming. If you equip yourself with these four concepts that you could study in college, along with your regular subjects that you study, be aware of something like robotic operating system, data visualization, data processing. You have sensors and IoT, yeah, motors and actuators, and all these specific subjects that you could take up, right, either through the robotics lab, either through your the placement department, or specific workshops that the college conducts. And these are things that will actually push you towards robotics, because robotics is an applied science. So a good and a very promising career today is a robotic operating system specialist, or a developer, because a ROS is something that most operating systems today for robots are shifting to ROS, and that's running like 90% of the robots today. So understanding robotic operating system, you could take up courses. A lot of courses are available along with your college study that can aid you to become robotics engineers. If you're looking at specifically programming and AI and all of these tools, be good with programming skill sets, Python, Linux platform, and all of this is what will help you take up. And it is important for you to also do multiple courses along with your regular engineering program to be able to apply to non-direct branches of career. That's something that I would advise.
Thank you, sir. And now there's a question to Mr. Appaya. How is CIT Alumni Association supporting CIT?
Yeah, thank you, ma'am. So one of the key major support that we do as an alumni association is one is the network itself is a strength, because when we see 16 batches have passed out of this association, so you have seniors who are like 16 years experienced in any field or expertise that they have chosen. So that itself is a strength, is a big strength, like where people can share whichever openings they have in their organization. And there are few alumni who have even started their own organizations, who are working as CEOs. So there is that whole network is going to be a platform where this is going to, like, sharing of jobs as opportunities is going to happen. Second thing, what we are doing as part of alumni association is, right now, gone are the days where people are going in search of jobs. Now it's a stage where people have to upskill themselves, as well as maybe adapt themselves in a way where they either create jobs or jobs come to them. So that is something what we do is we conduct workshops. We have a set of innovation challenges and tasks that we do in the college, where we bring in this, we ignite the spark of entrepreneurial mindset in the students, where I'm sure most of us here would have heard about Facebook or any major startup. And these are not, or even for example, Amazon, which is Jeff Bezos, one of the biggest, like the richest person in the world. So here, right, these people did not do something big all of a sudden. They started from that scratch. Like when we consider Mark Zuckerberg, he was sitting in his college, like after his college classes, he used to go to back to his hostel and room, and he used to work on his idea. So we are trying to ignite that spark in the students, where students can actually start working on any idea that they are really passionate about. Second thing is, like has Brijesh mentioned, so in terms of branches, or in making environment where you're not only working, not only learning computer science, but you're also maybe working on some concepts involved with electronics, such as Arduino and things like that. So there's a lot of YouTube tutorials and a lot of online digital platforms which offer or which share knowledge about these things. So it's all about how much will, like how willing are you to go towards that thing, like how strong is your passion towards your idea or whatever you want to achieve. So that is there. And we do workshops, we do innovations, and we do conduct webinars. So the reason we do webinars is, like, most of us have done our engineering, but we may not follow the same field that we have studied. Say maybe I can give a certain few examples of few of our alumni. There's one or few of our alumni. This person has done his engineering in CIT, but he's a very good fashion designer in Bangalore who keeps coming up in page 3. So it's all about the life skills. Engineering basically gives you that life skills, gives you that thing which you can implement in any field you are going towards. It can be a fashion, it can be any business of your own or anything. So it's like that is something we do, where we conduct webinars and people share their journey. Like maybe they share their ups and downs, they share what ignited them, they share what were the challenges faced, and they also give guidance. And say someone, any of the students is really passionate about following a particular thing, they can always get in touch with that alumni, which wherein that alumni can actually mentor this student to actually bring out the best in the student. So that's how we help the students.
Okay, sir, thank you very much. And there's another question to the computer science department. Computer science stream is always in demand. It is called as creamy branch. Why is it so? I request computer science HOD to answer.
Thank you, ma'am. Indeed, it's a very nice question. Creamy branch, it is true. It's mainly because even during this pandemic situation, most of the software-based employees don't lose their jobs. With all the advancements in the fields of data science, machine learning, artificial intelligence, and Internet of Things, we can definitely say that future lies in these technologies. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, sir. There's another question that can be answered by the civil department. Yes. Do you think civil engineering is challenging for girls?
Thank you, ma'am. Thanks for the question. And whoever asked this question, it's a great question. Absolutely, yes. Nowadays, the field of civil engineering is opening up in many aspects. Initially, there was a thought that civil engineers have to work in a very harsh environment. This particular kind of thought process is obsolete nowadays. Because by learning few of the software tools in civil engineering like StatPro, ETABS, Primavera, Microsoft projects, there's a lot of opportunity for especially girls to work in the office of the construction firms. So then they take basically the management aspects of the construction field as well. So there's a lot of opportunity, and to be quoting this, amongst the students whom we have currently in the civil department, there are about 30 to 40% of girls in all the semester. So there is actually this that kind of a mindset wherein the civil engineering is not for girls is not really right.
Okay, thank you for answering the question. And now we have a question related to electronics department. How do you bridge the gap between industry and academia?
Oh, yeah, madam. To bridge the gap between industry and academia, we have an innovation center in the department set up in association with Elins Lab, Bangalore. Internship for the students is also provided by Elins Lab to acquire industrial skills on the campus itself.
Okay, thank you, sir. And there's a last question to mechanical engineering department. Is mechanical engineering only about machines?
Yeah, it's a good question. Mechanical engineering is not only about machines. So nowadays, there is a breakthrough in materials and analytical tools. They have all opened up, and frontiers of mechanical engineering in nanotechnology, biotechnology, composites, then computational fluid dynamics, and acoustical engineering all have expanded the scope in mechanical engineering. It's not that the mechanical engineering only deals with machines.
Thank you, sir. And with that, we come to the end of the interactive session. Gratitude makes sense of our past, brings peace for today, and creates a vision for tomorrow. I profusely thank the esteemed management for creating this wonderful platform, respected principal for unending support and guidance, Dr. Kavita PC, webinar coordinator for all her efforts, resource person for today, Mr. Appaya, Mr. Brajesh, and Mr. Pratyush, HODs of all departments, training and placement cell, admission department, and all the staff of CIT for making this wonderful session to all the aspiring enthusiasts today. Special thanks to all the participants. Yesterday is not ours to recover, but tomorrow is ours to win or lose. No one is more cherished in this world than someone who lightens the burden of another. Here's a short message for students. Understand and discover. Always be true. The world is your canvas, inviting and new. Opportunity awaits you. Just walk through the door. New moments each day are yours to explore. Spread love everywhere you go. Let not one ever come to you without leaving better and happier. Be the living expression of God's kindness. Kindness in your face, kindness in your eyes, smile and warm greeting. Wishing you all the very best for your future. Thank you. Have a glorious day.